All right, wrestling fans, Mean Scheme with you here, and this is Saturday night's main event. Joining me at this time, Roddy Piper and Ace Cowboy Bob Orton. And tonight, gentlemen, you will defend the tag team titles against Adonis and Murdoch.
You know something? If these two goofballs think they're going to take the tag team titles from us, then they got something else coming, man. Let me tell you something, Adrian Adonis. You think you got the Backstreet Brawl, and then you got Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch, thinks all his rowdy friends are going to come over tonight. Well, I'll tell you something right now. I was rowdy before rowdy was cool, man. We came here for two things. To kick ass and to chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum, man.
All right. Joining me at this time, ladies and gentlemen, Jake the Snake Robertson. Tonight, you and Hulk Hogan go head-to-head.
You know something? Hulk Hogan, you think I'm afraid of you? You better think again, because Damien and I, we've got a question for you. What you gonna do, Hulk Hogan, when Damien wraps himself around you?
My word.
You know, I've heard everything that good-for-nothing Snake has to say, man. And I'll tell you something right now. We are not afraid of you, brother, because we've got not one, but two pythons, 24 inches, and they're coming your way, along with the millions of Hulkamaniacs.
Magnificent Muraco. Tonight, you have the opportunity to become the new World Heavyweight Champion.
You know something? I have waited many days. I have waited many weeks. I have waited for many months for this opportunity. Inside a steel cage Macho Man, there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. A lot of people call it hell. I call it home.
Ooh, yeah, freak out. The Macho Madness gonna run wild tonight, yeah. And I'll tell you something right now. If you think for 1 second that you're walking out as the heavyweight champion of the world, yeah, better think again. It's not gonna happen. The madness is gonna be contained, but only so much. And then you're gonna find out what it's all about. And I will walk out still the LWF World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, dig it.
Everybody, welcome to Saturday night's main event. Joining me, as always, Jesse the Body Ventura. And tonight, Jesse, we're going to see it happening. All the titles on the line tonight. Yeah, I'll tell you something right now. I am waiting for that big match for the steel cage for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I want to know exactly what the Macho Man's going to do when he's got that cage door locked behind him and he's going one-on-one with the Magnificent One. All right, well, besides that, we're going to see Hulk Hogan and Jake the Snake finally going head-to-head and nose-to-nose. Well, there's been a lot of bad blood between those two dudes, and tonight it comes to a head right here on Saturday night's main event. Not only that, but the tag team titles are on the line. Yeah, definitely their tag team titles will be on the line tonight. Adonis and Murdoch, this is the opportunity they've been waiting for. They've got to make the most of it. Well, I agree with that wholeheartedly, but then we've got to talk about the other match, and that is, right now, our opening contest. The Intercontinental title between Bruno Sammartino and the Iron Sheik. Well, as we know, the Iron Sheik has been sidelined and sandbagged all this time. Every opportunity he's had, he's been taken away from him, and now he's got another one, and he's got to make the most of it, and he knows it. Well, I'm not sure about having opportunities taken away from him. He's been given opportunities, and in my opinion, I feel he's come up short. But tonight, he has an opportunity to rectify all that.
Yeah, I'll tell you something right now. You think he's come up short? I don't agree with that, but we will find out tonight if he's able to do what I've done in the past, and that is beat the living legend Bruno Sammartino.
Well, indeed, that is going to go down right here tonight. All as part of Saturday night's main event. As we take a look at the challenger, the Iron Sheik making his way into the ring.
Yeah, the Iron Sheik, a former heavyweight champion of the world, and he's got every possible advantage, in my opinion, right here tonight, because the crowd's hostile towards him, but that's something he feeds off of. And Bruno Sammartino, in my opinion, he's a very vulnerable champion here tonight.
Well, I don't feel that way at all, but we're going to find out in just a few moments right here. Saturday night's main event, wrestling fans. And here he comes. The current Intercontinental Champion, Jesse, and how do you like that?
Well, obviously, I don't like it because I'm not a big fan of Bruno Sammartino. Call him the living legend if you want to. But the bottom line is, a year ago, this guy gave me a hard time, and I had to put him in his place, and that's exactly what I did. And tonight, I believe the Iron Sheik is going to do the very same thing.
Well, he may very well do that, and if he does, we'll have a new Intercontinental Champion. Submission match. Somebody's going to have to say, I quit in this one. Will it be the bear hug? Will it be the camel clutch?
Yeah, that's another very interesting point to bring out, because the Iron Sheik was the one that wanted this match.
As we take a look at the Intercontinental Championship, what these men are fighting for here tonight.
Well, we take a look right there at the challenger, the man from Tehran, Iran, the Iron Sheik. And I'll tell you something, this guy has something to prove to not just the wrestling fans and not just to the guys in the back, but to that good-for-nothing double-crossing President Trump who has screwed him over every opportunity he's had.
Well, again, I'm not sure if I would agree with that. I think he's given him plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, opportunities that were a stacked deck. He never gave him a fair one-on-one match. I'm not even sure how fair this one is, to be honest with you, but we'll see how things pan out in this one.
The living legend, Bruno Sammartino, turning the title over to the referee, the Iron Sheik getting a look at it. And right now it is up for grabs. The Intercontinental title is at stake here tonight. All right, bell sounds, action underway. Both men meet in the middle of the ring. It's the Iron Sheik with the go behind, and now Bruno Sammartino. Snapmare takes him over, a reverse chinlock.
Well, early on, we see a wrestling match. We'll see how long that lasts. Knowing the Iron Sheik and Bruno Sammartino, or knowing the history with the Iron Sheik and his frustration levels right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see him break out some dirty moves. But you got to do what you got to do in a match like this. It's submission only, so do what you got to do because there's no disqualification.
Bruno Sammartino right now with a big body slam on the Iron Sheik. Sheik retaliating with a shot to the midsection. And now the champion is down. Once again, tag team titles are on the line here tonight. The World Heavyweight title on the line here tonight, and it will be decided inside of a steel cage. Nice back elbow right there by the living legend Bruno Sammartino. He's got him up and he couldn't hold him. And now it's the Iron Sheik driving Bruno Sammartino head first into the canvas.
Now look at this, the Iron Sheik doing a number as a challenger on the champion, and that's what he needs to do. He's got Sammartino down right now, and he's got to continue. Oh, wait just a minute.
Well, he almost had it right there. He went for the camel clutch, but then he released it right away.
Yeah, I believe he realized he didn't have Bruno beat down quite enough. I still would have applied the hold anyway, put a little bit of extra torque on that back and make him feel it. Let him know what lies ahead. You never know how much damage you could have got done.
Well, apparently the Iron Sheik felt there was something that he needed to release that hold for. Now it is Sammartino trying to fight his way back in, but the Sheik stunning the champion. Tremendous belly-to-belly suplex.
Well, the Iron Sheik is one of the masters at the suplex. He can suplex you in so many different ways.
Now once again goes to the belly-to-belly, and once again Bruno Sammartino is down. Oh, and he's got it on right there.
Or we might be looking at a brand new Intercontinental Champion. The Iron Sheik has got him in the the camel clutch, but he couldn't hold on to it.
The champion, Sammartino, able to escape the camel clutch. And once again, the Iron Sheik with the advantage over Bruno Sammartino into the turnbuckle, but Sammartino fighting his way back off. Now with a Boston Crab on the Iron Sheik. Referee is right there to ask the Iron Sheik if he wants to give it up.
Well, the Iron Sheik was trying to make his way to the ropes, but he was too far away, but he was able to power out. A lot of people, I think, underestimate the strength of the Iron Sheik, and I'm not sure why. He's a very powerful man, and he proves that time and time again.
Well, I, for one, would never underestimate the strength of the Iron Sheik. We have seen the many feats of strength that he has performed both inside and outside of the ring. But this is a professional wrestling match for the Intercontinental title against the living legend, and strength alone is not going to be enough.
Well, perhaps not, but it's going to go a long way, and the Iron Sheik will be calling on that strength, which I feel is his advantage in this match.
I don't know if I'd agree with that at all. Bruno Sammartino, one of the strongest men ever to enter the squared circle, and right now comes down with a big elbow on the back of the challenger. Sammartino now has him up in the body vice.
Hey, don't you call it that. I have the body vice. He's got a backbreaker, and not a very good one at that. You see, if it were mine, he wouldn't be able to escape, and the Iron Sheik just got out of it.
Oh, wait a minute. He's got him in the bear hug. The Iron Sheik is in the bear hug, and that's it. It's over.
Oh, I don't believe this.
And there's your winner, Bruno Sammartino. We take a look back here at some of the moments.
Well, he had him in that backbreaker, which he couldn't hold on to, but then the Iron Sheik made a critical mistake and turned around and walked right back into it again. And there's the bear hug, and Bruno Sammartino fortunate enough to win the match.
Well, indeed, he is in the crowd here, absolutely ecstatic. Still the Intercontinental Champion, the living legend, Bruno Sammartino. Fans, we invite you to stay with us for plenty more here on Saturday night's Main Event.
Do you think that regardless of what federation it was, we'll ever see you in a professional wrestling capacity again?
It is one of those never say never things. I just like to cover all my bases, just so some internet dweeb isn't going to be like, you said you'd never wrestle again. WWE? No, absolutely not. But, you know, you never know. I could pop up here and there.
This next message goes to all the fellow wrestlers watching. Oh yeah, I know you're watching. I even know the guys down in Orlando are watching. So you guys can get started and train for the next Kenny Omega light, but it ain't gonna happen. Part of the reason why I am in Japan and why I didn't leave like those other guys is because I felt like Japan was my home. My work here is far from over because I am the best. I am more talented. I have more drive. I have more determination. I am not like any one of you.
I'm back. And now the $64,000 question. Why, oh why, after everything I said and after everything I did, why did I come back? What it boils down to is I can't change for the better. I can't make this business and this industry what it can and should be sitting on my couch in Chicago. So much for change, huh? Same old, same old. I want you to listen to me. I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. I hate this idea that you're the best, because you're not. I'm the best. I'm the best in the world. I am the best wrestler in the world.
You are so good. You are so popular. But the problem is, the best in the world is me.
See, you say that you're the best in the world at what you do, and I say that I'm the best wrestler in the world. This is nothing I chose. I was born this way. This is who I am. This is what I do. But you just bit off more than you can chew. Understand, when you step in the ring, your arms are just too short to box with God.
All right, wrestling fans, we are back here for more Saturday night's main event. And joining us at this time, Brutus Beefcake.
Well, Brutus Beefcake got a live microphone, and with that, you can only imagine what might be on his mind.
You know something? I've been sitting back playing second fiddle to a lot of guys that I know I'm better than. But one thing I know in this business, if you want to get ahead, you've got to seize the opportunity. So tonight, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I know exactly how I'm going to do it. Because tonight, I begin the new age of Brutus Beefcake, and tonight, everyone will remember. Because tonight is the night that Brutus Beefcake makes a statement that everyone's gonna be talking about. And you're all going to be witness to it here tonight on Saturday night's main event.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about there, but we're all going to find out.
I'm looking forward to it.
Wrestling fans, this is Ken Rusnick inviting you to join us for AWA, American Wrestling Association Wrestling Action, right here on the Nation Network. The biggest, the best, all of the greatest names in professional wrestling under one banner, and that banner is the AWA. Nick Bockwinkel, the Road Warrior, Stan the Lariat Hansen, the Midnight Rockers, and many, many more, right here, exclusively at the AWA. Exclusively on the Nation Network.
All right, we are back. And wait a minute. What is going on here?
Well, apparently the Iron Sheik hasn't had enough.
Well, perhaps he wasn't happy with the outcome of that match, but still.
Well, I tell you right now, if I were in the back right now, I would think the Iron Sheik is issuing an open challenge. And the question now is, does anybody want to go up against a wound-up, angry Iron Sheik? I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Well, just moments ago, he was in a big match with Bruno Sammartino for that Intercontinental title. I don't know what he's thinking he's going to do here now.
Well, I guess you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, you try again. I give him credit for that.
Well, there is an open challenge. Now the question is anyone going to step up to the plate?
Well, I bet you somebody crazy enough to do just that.
Oh, and here he is. Here's another close personal friend of yours.
I don't know what you're talking about. Chico Santana, the former Intercontinental Champion. He thinks he's going to come out here and go up against the Iron Sheik and have any success. I got news for you. It's not going to happen.
Well, that's Tito Santana, Justin. By the way, he's had a lot of success in the past. As a matter of fact, he's the reason you're here in the broadcast booth, isn't he?
You know, you keep getting cute with me and you find out how this thing ends. Maybe you and I get in the ring. How'd you like that?
Well, I'm here to do the color comment of the broadcasting, and you're here to do the color commentary. Let's keep it at that.
Yeah, well, then you better keep your remarks in check, my friend, because I'll take you down there and I'll snap you like a twig.
Well, yes, indeed, former Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana going up against the Iron Sheik, who comes off of a big loss just moments ago. Comes back out here with an open challenge, and Santana stepping up.
Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, Santana's nothing but a big coward. A coward? Yeah, coward. Why doesn't he take on somebody who's fresh? He's got to go up against the Iron Sheik, who just got done wrestling a grueling match.
Well, the Iron Sheik's the one that came out here and issued the challenge.
That's besides the point. If Tito Santana, as you like to call him, had a backbone, he wouldn't take a match with a guy who just got done wrestling. He'd go after somebody fresh and somebody who had a good fight left in him. I think the Iron Sheik right now is at a severe disadvantage. That said, I still won't be surprised if he wins, because I think he's that much better than Chico Santana.
And once again, I remind you, it's Tito Santana.
That's what I said, Chico. This guy should be selling tacos at Tijuana. He should not be in here wrestling. If President Trump could have put that wall up a little bit faster, then he wouldn't be here right now at all, would he?
Now, excuse me just a moment.
I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Right now, the Iron Sheik getting the advantage on Santana. Snap him over, takes him down, and now former champions in the ring. The Iron Sheik going to see if Santana can get back up from this one.
Well, apparently they're going to go with the last man standing rules in this one.
Well, it's this Saturday night's main event, and anything can happen. Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle. Santana now. Back elbow. And now corkscrew neck breaker on the Iron Sheik.
Well, the referee trying to count right now, but I can tell you right now there's two problems. Number one, the Iron Sheik is not down and out. And number two, I doubt this referee can count to 10. I beg your pardon.
And now Tito Santana runs right into that pointed boot of the Iron Sheik.
And you say that like it's a bad thing. Those boots have been cleared. Why do you always have to be one of those persons that goes to the boots and makes an issue of it when the organization has checked them out and says they're good to go?
Well, I've talked to a lot of people who've been in the ring with the Iron Sheik who've been on the receiving end of those boots, and they assure me there is something in them.
Have you felt it?
No, I have not.
Well, maybe one day you'll be fortunate enough to.
Once again, the Iron Sheik relying heavily on those boots as he puts them to Santana. Follows up with a big fist drop right to the forehead.
Well, Chico Santana is definitely on the receiving end, and the Iron Sheik standing over him, trying to prove a point now. After the big loss earlier tonight, he's going to make sure Santana stays down.
Fans, we remind you to join us on Twitter at Invasion Nation for all things FWF.
Yeah, I was on earlier today, and I couldn't help but notice some very important and interesting comments being made from around the world of the FWF.
Head scissor takes the Iron Sheik down, but I don't think that'll be enough to keep him there. Santana, if he was able to put on that figure four leg lock or hit him with that flying forearm that we know he's got.
Well, I'll tell you, the forearm is definitely something that could easily put somebody out for a count of 10, but I just don't think Santana's going to be able to get that on the Iron Sheik tonight. The Iron Sheik, as I said earlier, he is a man possessed right now. He's extraordinarily upset with the way that match ended earlier tonight, and he is looking for some retribution. If he were to lose 2 matches on the same night, he may never come back from it.
Well, there's something we can agree on.
Oh, and the referee made it all the way to 9, but what did I tell you? He doesn't know how to count to 10.
Cross body block by Tito Santana, and the Iron Sheik is down.
Well, the referee hopefully didn't just get enough practice in a moment ago where he actually gets to count to 10 this time, because that would be a travesty in my opinion.
Santana now putting the boots to the Iron Sheik. Now wrenching back on the head and the neck area. And there it is, Santana with that flying forearm, and down he goes, and I don't think he's going to get back up.
Well, try to contain yourself just a little bit and remain impartial. Could you do that?
Well, I'm just saying, Santana caught him with that flying forearm, and we've seen it put a lot of guys out. That is a move that has won him the Intercontinental title.
Well, it wasn't enough to help him keep it, though, was it?
Referee made it all the way up to 9. The Iron Sheik just barely getting back up.
And he hasn't gotten all the way back up, but he broke the count, and that's all that matters. And once again, Chico Santana going to work on the Iron Sheik.
Santana standing over the Sheik. Referee's count up to 7. The Iron Sheik had better get up and better get up quick, otherwise it'll be too late.
Well, once again, able to break the count. Santana going to work on the arm and the shoulder of the Iron Sheik. I don't know that that'll be enough either. And again, referee starts the count, but Santana has to do something a lot more punishing than that. That is not going to be enough to keep the Iron Sheik down for a 10 count.
Well, the Iron Sheik's still down on a count of 7, and this could be it.
No, I think the Iron Sheik is being very smart right now. He could have got up on 3 or 4, but he's trying to relax and regain some of his stamina.
Santana with another elbow drop right to the back of the Iron Sheik.
You see, if Tito Santana had any kind of a brain in his head, he would do something much more devastating. He'd hit him with like a pile driver, or he'd put him into the turnbuckle, put him up on that top rope, and come off with a suplex. But instead, he's just dropping an elbow, or he's just putting a boot to him, and you're not going to keep the Iron Sheik down with a move like that. You've got to do a lot more damage, and Chico Santana's not smart enough to know that.
Well, I beg to differ with you. I think Tito Santana knows exactly what it takes to win a match, and he's proven that time and time again, and I believe he may be proving it again here tonight.
Well, the Sheik better figure out how to get up and get up very quickly.
Well, once again, the Iron Sheik does get up just in time to break the count. Santana, once again, with that cross-body block, and this time it may be it. The Sheik is down, and I'm not sure he's going to get up from that one. Once again, the count all the way up to 8, and again, the Iron Sheik able to break the count.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. As long as Chico Santana keeps on going for these little piddly moves like he's doing, he is never going to get this win, and the Iron Sheik is just going to keep on regaining his composure. One of these times, the Iron Sheik is going to come up and he's going to throttle Santana, and then we're going to see how a true wrestler who knows how to keep somebody down gets it done.
Well, I beg your pardon, but it's all over.
You've got to be kidding me.
For the second time tonight, the Iron Sheik has been defeated.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I'll tell you, I said it earlier and I'll say it again right now. In my opinion, Chico Santana is a coward for coming out here and taking on a match with a man who's already had to wrestle one match tonight. He should have come out here and gone up against somebody who was fresh and somebody who was ready to give him better competition. You have to wonder how much that bear hug took out of the Iron Sheik in this match.
Well, indeed, it probably did, but it was his idea to come out here and issue an open challenge. Tito Santana just took advantage of it. And there is your winner, the former Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana. Stick around, fans, of tag team titles on the line when we return with more Saturday Night's Main Event. All right, welcome back, everybody. We have a special tag team attraction here. Entering the ring at this time, we're taking a look at the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, well, this Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and I don't know how he's going to do in a tag team match. He's generally a singles wrestler, and he definitely is a little bit of a wild child, if you know what I mean.
Snuka, no stranger to Saturday night's main event, but tonight he's going to have a tag team partner in the likes of Billy Jack Haynes.
Well, the big question is, who are they going up against? And that's what we're going to find out here tonight.
All I know right now is they took an open challenge, and we're about to find out. The Superfly in the ring at this time, and here comes his tag team partner from Portland, Oregon, Billy Jack Haynes.
Or Billy Jerk, as I like to refer to him as. You know, this guy really thinks he's something else. He's had a few wins here in the LWF, but that does not a career make. I'm not impressed with him at all.
You're not impressed with Billy Jack?
No, not at all.
Well, you'd be in the vast minority then, because I'm very impressed with him. I think this young man's got a lot of potential and a lot of upside. And tonight, first time ever as tag team partners with Superfly Jimmy Snuka. We'll see if they can make a statement together.
Well, we're about to find out who they're going up against, and I, for one, am very curious to see.
Familiar music, who is that? Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Well, Greg the Hammer Valentine is making his way down to the ring with luscious Johnny V. But right now, I see him by himself, unless maybe Johnny V is his tag team partner.
Well, that would be very interesting indeed. It's been a long time since we've seen Johnny Valiant inside the wrestling ring, and tonight maybe is going to be that occasion. Oh, wait just a minute. Oh, I love it. You've got to be kidding me.
Ho, ho, ho. It looks like Brutus Beefcake has turned over a new leaf. He's joined up with luscious Johnny V and Greg the Hammer Valentine. You want to talk about a dream team, you're looking at it right here. Right here on Saturday night's main event.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. Brutus Beefcake joining up with luscious Johnny V and Greg the Hammer Valentine. You've got to be kidding me.
Hey, try to maintain your composure, McMahon. Well, things just got real interesting here on Saturday night's main event. Wouldn't you agree?
I don't know what to say, but we're going to see one heck of a match either way.
I've got to say the advantage has got to go with Valentine and Beefcake because they've got luscious Johnny V outside the ring.
Well, Superfly Jimmy Snuka early on getting the advantage with a big slam on Valentine. And now Greg the Hammer Valentine retaliating with a clothesline on Snuka. Rake to the eyes.
Well, Valentine is not going to worry about breaking the rules. He's not here to be a fan favorite by any stretch of the imagination. Now the question is, how does Snuka handle a guy like Valentine?
Well, Jimmy Snuka's been in the ring with the best of them, and I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Well, you got to realize there's a certain shock value. While they weren't sure who they were coming out against, I don't think they could have ever predicted this.
I don't know that anybody could have predicted this one. Brutus the Barber Beefcake now, legal man in the ring, going to work on that Superfly. Big shot to the midsection, and now Beefcake setting him to the ropes. Drop down he goes, back out front, and a clothesline. Down goes the Fijian.
Well, I'm not real sure, but I don't think Superfly Jimmy Snuka has been 100% since Rowdy Roddy Piper busted that coconut over his head. He had a few loose screws before that, but after that, I just think he's lost everything.
Brutus the Barber sent into the corner, and now tag is made. Here comes Billy Jack Haynes. Double team on Brutus Beefcake. Double back body drop he gets.
Referee might want to start that 5 count. Snuka still in the ring. What are you waiting for? But look at Beefcake fighting his way back against Billy Jerk Haynes. It's Billy Jack Haynes. Yeah, you say what you say and I'll say what I say. Here's the difference. I can back it up because I'm the man who calls it like it is.
And now Brutus Beefcake with him. And Greg the Hammer Valentine off the ropes with that big boot right to the head of Billy Jack. And now he's choking him out.
I told you, Valentine's not worried about getting anybody's approval. He doesn't care if the fans boo him or not. He only cares about the paycheck, and that's why Johnny Valiant loves him so much, because he brings in the big paychecks.
Greg the Hammer Valentine with an open hand slap, dropping Billy Jack Haynes to the canvas.
I tell you, I'm really enjoying watching the tag team work by Valentine and Beefcake. They're really looking good in this one. And once again, Billy Jack tried to make the tag, but it's not going to happen.
Now Beefcake from behind. He's got him up in the air. And an atomic knee drop. Down he goes.
Well, you see that right there. Billy Jack Haynes tried to crawl his way back over to the corner of the Superfly, but he couldn't make it. He's all beat up right now, and here comes another double team. What's going to happen here?
Valentine from the middle rope, down across the arm and the shoulder of Billy Jack Haynes. You mentioned earlier, Billy Jack has had a level of success here in the LWF, but right now, he's on the receiving end of the majority of the punishment in this one.
Well, indeed he is, and I happen to believe that that is not going to be changing anytime soon. One of the big things about tag team wrestling, you have to have chemistry, and I don't feel there's any chemistry right now between the Superfly and Billy Jack Haynes.
To the ropes he goes. Again, the back body drop. Brutus the Barber Beefcake continues the beatdown on Billy Jack Haynes. And now Superfly Jimmy Snuka's in there to break it up.
Well, what the hell was that all about? Snuka's not a legal man in the ring. You don't just get to walk in there.
Irish whip reverse now, and Brutus Beefcake into the corner. And now Billy Jack Haynes, Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle. And now the double team perhaps by Superfly Jimmy Snuka and Billy Jack Haynes.
Well, it's about time they've done something together, because up till now it's been all Dream Team.
Beefcake is down the middle of the ring. Superfly Jimmy Snuka going all the way up to the top rope. The fans on their feet. He comes down and a fist finds its mark.
Well, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, that's what he does best. He likes to use those high-flying, dangerous maneuvers.
Oh, he caught him with a knee right to the head. Superfly Jimmy Snuka may be out.
Referee's down. There's the cover. There's the count. And he gets... Oh, he almost had him.
Very close indeed, but not enough. Superfly able to kick out on 2.
That was more like 2 3/4 count. And Superfly Jimmy Snuka, very fortunate in my opinion.
Tag is made again. Greg the Hammer Valentine hits the ropes. Once again the double team, and again the boot to the head of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Valentine, snapmare, takes him over, drives the elbow into the side of the head of Snuka.
Well, the Superfly's never going to fly again at the rate things are going right now, because Valentine really doing a number on him.
Greg the Hammer Valentine winding up, drops the elbow.
Well, he drops the hammer is what that was right there, and that might be all she wrote. Brutus Beefcake is in there just in the nick of time, and did he get him?
No. He managed to kick out once again. Superfly Jimmy Snuka still alive in this one as Greg the Hammer Valentine goes to the eyes. Snuka finally finding his way back.
Well, you know something, Brutus Beefcake said early on that he was going to make a point tonight, and he's done just that. Coming out here in a tag team match with Greg the Hammer Valentine and Luscious Johnny B. He made a very loud statement, and that's that. Oh, wait a minute. There goes the referee.
Referee is down. No doubt about it. This could be a problem. Valentine now waiting on Superfly Jimmy Snuka to get back up to his feet, and he does.
Oh, he's going to go for that figure four leg lock, and I tell you right now, the match is all over at this point.
Snuka in trouble. Valentine has it hooked on. Superfly Jimmy Snuka going to try desperately to break out of this one. Can he do it? Can he get out?
I don't think so. Valentine's really wrenching it on deep, and Superfly Jimmy Snuka is in trouble.
And now Snuka turns it over, and yes, Valentine's going to have to release the hold.
Well, when you turn that move over like that, it puts all the pressure on the man applying the hold. And yes, Valentine had no choice but to release it.
And now Superfly ramming Valentine head first into the canvas. And wait a minute. Yeah, he's bleeding. Valentine has been busted open.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can see it right there. He's bleeding. Valentine busted open by the Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
No, I believe it's Valentine who busted Snuka open.
Well, there is definitely blood spill in the ring right now, and I'm not entirely sure who it is. Valentine going for a move right there. Snuka fighting his way back out. Look at Valentine. The blood going down the face of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Cross knee backbreaker. And now Luscious Johnny V distracting the Superfly. Oh, come on now.
Oh, Brutus the Barber Beefcake did the right move right there. He did a great job. He bought Valentine some. Oh, and there it is. The sleeper hold. The sleeper hold is on. And now Snuka, I believe Snuka is all done.
Greg the Hammer Valentine goes for the cover. Will that be enough?
I believe it's all over.
No, Snuka still able to kick out the back. The Superfly will not give up.
Oh, but Valentine's got a lot of fight left in him as well, and down again goes Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Valentine, again, he's got that figure four leg lock cinched in deep on Snuka.
Oh, and it's all over, that's it.
Superfly Jimmy Snuka unable to withstand the punishment of the figure four leg lock.
What a huge win right here for the Dream Team, and what a debut. Brutus Beefcake promised that there was going to be a shock tonight, that he was going to leave a mark here in the LWF, and he's done just that.
As we take a look back at some of the moments from this one, that big knee right to the head off Superfly Jimmy Snuka, that may have been what busted him open.
Well, it might have been that, or it might have been one of these big boots to the head by Valentine. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is Luscious Johnny B's getting another big paycheck. Ha ha ha.
Well, credit where credit is due. Luscious Johnny V somehow put this team together, and indeed, they are a dream team. Stay with us, fans. There's plenty more Saturday night's main event to come. right, welcome back everyone to more Saturday Night's Main Event.
Well, it's time right now for one of the matches that I've been waiting for, and that is the LWF Tag Team Championship, and it's on the line right here. The North-South Connection gonna get it done, in my opinion, right here tonight.
Well, it is pick'em time, and even for the fans, it's going to be a tough one because neither of these teams really particularly liked by the fans.
Well, maybe not, but I'll tell you right now, it's a Texas Tornado match, and that, to me, falls right in the alleyway of the challengers. You've got the big Texas redneck, and who knows more about a Texas Tornado than Dick Murdoch? And a Texas Tornado match is an all-out brawl, and who knows more about a good old-fashioned back alley brawl than Adrian Adonis, and that's something I can tell you about firsthand because that's my former tag team partner.
Well, indeed, there is some history there, and indeed they are worthy opponents, and they've had opportunities in the past and come up short. Tonight may be very well their last chance. And here they come, the reigning LWF Tag Team Champions, Piper's Pit Rowdy Roddy Piper, and the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton.
Well, you know what? I believe Rowdy Roddy Piper has finally released the demons that were holding him back from losing the LWF Heavyweight Championship some 8 months ago. He immediately went and got the tag team titles and hasn't looked back since, and that run has been very impressive. They've taken on some of the best names in the world of wrestling, and a lot of those names didn't stick around afterwards, did they? You don't see the British Bulldogs anymore, do you?
Well, indeed, no, you don't. But to the best of my knowledge, this is only the first time that they put those titles up in a Texas Tornado match. And fans, if you're not familiar with a Texas Tornado, all 4 men are legal at the same time. There are no disqualifications. There are no countouts. The match will only end when one man from one team is either pinned or forced to submit.
And do you really think they're going to do that to Rowdy Roddy Piper or Ace Cowboy Bob Orton?
I believe anybody out of these 4 men is capable of making any of the others do one or the other. Tap out or submit, yes.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'll be the most surprised guy in the entire arena right now if any of these 4 guys were to submit. Pinfall, maybe things happen, but I can't see anybody on these 4 guys giving it up, especially not when you've got the tag team titles on the line.
Well, we saw the Iron Sheik earlier, and he tapped out, and there was a title on the line.
You got to keep on going back to that, don't you?
Well, I'm just making the point.
The Hot Rod Rowdy Roddy Piper and the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton, and tonight, those tag team titles have never been in more jeopardy, I don't believe. And I'd still say that the advantage goes to the challengers just because of the type of match it is. The champion's prerogative, or advantage, I should say, has gone out the door because normally you can get counted out or disqualified and retain the titles. However, that doesn't exist in this match.
Well, indeed it doesn't. Orton going to work on Adonis, and Murdoch going to work on Rowdy Roddy Piper. Tremendous gut buster right there. Now Rowdy Roddy Piper getting the advantage over Dick Murdoch.
Now we'll have to keep an eye on the left arm of Cowboy Bob Orton. He's got that cast on it, and he may use that as a weapon. Once again, there are no disqualifications, so in this one, it's actually going to be legal.
Oh, he's got him in a figure 4 leg lock. This could be the match right here.
No. Way too early in the match, in my opinion. You're not going to get him that early.
Well, we just saw how devastating the figure 4 leg lock can be.
Yeah, but he had his man worn down a lot more. This is nowhere near the same thing.
What a move right there by Adrian Adonis. And now Dick Murdoch has Piper down, and the champions are both on the back.
Well, now we're starting to see some of that street fighting coming out that I told you about. This is why it's called the North-South connection. It's because they both know how to get things done. They have complementing styles.
Cowboy Bob Orton just took him down, goes for the cover. Save is made.
And that's going to be one of the other very important things while you're busy with the man you're fighting with. You've got to be aware of where your partner's at as well. And if he's about to be pinned or forced to tap out, you'd better break away from the fight you're in and go break that up. Otherwise, you're going to be on the short end of the paycheck.
Piper having a way on the head of Adonis. And now, look at this. Orton just dropping Murdoch with a stiff right hand.
Well, the referee's got his work cut out for him in this one. He's really got a lot to maintain here. So much action taking place, it's going to be very hard to keep all of it in line.
Crowd on its feet for this one. What's it going to be like for the main event?
Orton goes for the cover, but he only gets a 1 count.
Piper driving a knee into the back. The small of the back of Adrian Adonis. And now Orton's set him up for a pile driver, but here's a pinfall attempt on Adonis.
Oh, big pile driver right there. Now Orton might want to go for the cover. Oh, I believe he's making a huge mistake, in my opinion. That was a big opportunity right there. He let it go.
Well, perhaps Orton figured he needed to do more damage, but it's backfired on him right now.
And now into the turnbuckle of Roddy Piper on the receiving end. Adrian Adonis doing a great job, and again, he's got that street fighting style. He's not wrestling Piper, he's pummeling him.
Inverted atomic knee drop, but in the meantime, Orton choking it out. Murdoch. Piper out to the floor, now it's 2-on-1 in the ring.
Yeah, but Adonis is busy trying to catch his breath, and he's not taking advantage of the 2-on-1 opportunity.
Cowboy Bob Orton just drove Murdoch head first into the ring. Adonis not going to be there to make the save, and he almost got him.
Yeah, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Piper and Adonis outside the ring. There is history between those two men.
And now look at this. Oh, I think I know what's going to happen here. The big Cowboy Bob Orton is going to go for that superplex. And if he hits with it, he's going to probably pull off the win.
There it is, a superplex indeed. And if he can get over and go for the cover. Piper pulls out a set of brass knuckles.
He's got 2. Oh, and they get the win.
Well, you talked about the street fighting style, and I'll tell you, Roddy Piper proved he can get down and dirty with the best of them.
Well, it took a foreign object on the part of Roddy Piper to get the advantage. At least Cowboy Bob Orton beat him with a straight-up wrestling move.
As we take a look back at some of the moments of this one.
There's that big superplex right there, and watch Roddy Piper into the trunks for the foreign object, and he busted Adrian Adonis wide open with it.
There are your winners. They are still the tag team champions. Roddy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton, victorious here on Saturday night's main event. When we return, the heavyweight championship is on the line. The Macho Man against the Magnificent Muraco inside a steel cage.
I can't wait.
Do you think that regardless of what federation it was, we'll ever see you in a professional wrestling capacity again?
It is one of those never say never things. I just like to cover all my bases, just so some internet dweeb isn't going to be like, you said you'd never wrestle again. WWE? No, absolutely not. But, you know, you never know. I could pop up here and there.
watching so you guys can get started and train for the next Kenny Omega light, but it ain't gonna happen. Part of the reason why I am in Japan and why I didn't leave like those other guys is because I felt like Japan was my home. My work here is far from over because I am the best. I am more talented. I have more drive. I have more determination. I am not like any one of you.
I'm back. And now the $64,000 question. Why, oh why, after everything I said and after everything I did, why did I come back? What it boils down to is I can't change this place for the better. I can't make this business and this industry what it can and should be sitting on my couch in Chicago. So much for change, huh? Same old, same old. I want you to listen to me. I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. I hate this idea that you're the best. Because you're not. I'm the best. I'm the best in the world. I am the best wrestler in the world.
You are so good. You are so popular. But the problem is, the best in the world is me.
See, you say that you're the best in the world at what you do, and I say that I'm the best wrestler in the world. This is nothing I chose. I was born this way. This is who I am. This is what I do. But you just bit off more than you can chew. Understand, when you step in the ring, your arms are just too short to box with God.
All right, we are back, and it is time for the main event.
Well, I want to give a big shout out to GTS Edit Wrestling and thank them very much for allowing us to use that video footage here.
Indeed, we encourage everybody to check out their channel. Some very entertaining work being done over there as well. Here comes the challenger. From Sunset Beach, Hawaii, many of these fans are referring to him even now as a beach bomber, the Magnificent Muraco.
Well, the Magnificent Muraco, they can call him a beach bum all they want right now, but when this match is over, they may very well be calling him champ.
Well, he's been very close in the past. Many times the bridesmaid, but never the bride. Will tonight be any different?
I believe it may very well be. I think he does understand that opportunities like this don't come along very often, and he knows it's been a long time for him.
And here comes the LWF Heavyweight Champion of the World, a Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Well, you know what? I've always been a big fan of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. I don't really care for the fact, though, that he cares about the fans and their opinions. The fact that he wants them to cheer for him, I think, makes him a weaker champion. I like the guy that I used to know back when I was wrestling with him.
Well, no doubt about it, he has definitely taken to liking the fans' reactions. But I disagree. I don't think it makes him a weaker champion or wrestler. I think it actually gives him strength. He feeds off the energy.
Well, we'll find out about that once Muraco starts ramming his head into the cage a few times. See how the fans' energy feeds you then.
The LWF World Heavyweight Championship up for grabs right here tonight inside the confines of a steel cage. Wasting no time at all, the Macho Man Randy Savage going to work.
Well, Macho Man Randy Savage has the early advantage. I'll give him that. But Muraco's not going to be down for long. And there's a big mistake by the champion.
Muraco now has a handful of face, rakes the eyes. And now he's got the Macho Man, brings him over to the ropes. What's he going to do with him?
Just jerks him back into the middle of the ring. And I'll tell you right now, Macho Man made the first mistake of the match. Will that be a telling point? We'll find out.
Now the Macho Man Randy Savage has got him. What's he going to do here? Nice move by the Macho Man.
Well, I give credit where credit is due. That was a beautiful move by Randy Savage. But the question is, what's he going to back it up with? Because Muraco can take a lot of punishment. We've seen it before, and I believe we'll see it again. But at the end of the day, the question is, will Muraco stay down, or will he get up and get out?
Oh, Muraco ran head first into the steel.
Well, there's the Macho Man once again, play into the crowd, and that's what I was talking about earlier. And again, he pays the price for it.
Oh, he's right back up, and now Muraco in trouble. Nobody home.
Well, both men had opportunities here, and both men came up short. But the Macho Man comes out on top at the end of it all.
And now Muraco with elbows to the midsection, breaking the hold.
And now the Macho Man Randy Savage able to stop the attack, at least for a moment. But how long can he possibly stop Muraco?
Tremendous backbreaker right there by the challenger. And now Muraco, what's he going to do here? He moves Randy Savage out to the middle of the ring, drops that fist to the head.
Oh, and now look at this. Muraco's going to go up. Muraco is going up, and Savage is in trouble.
Wait a minute. Muraco is going up. He's made it all the way to the top. He's going down. You've got to be kidding me.
We're going to have a brand new champion right here, and it's all over.
I don't believe this.
There's a brand new LWF Heavyweight Champion, and his name is the Magnificent Muraco.
History made here on Saturday night's main event.
Normally there would be a title celebration, but 2K doesn't take that into consideration for a steel cage match.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's your winner. He is the new LWF Heavyweight Champion, the Magnificent Muraco.